I'm a pretty girl, just a bad little baby. I'm in the studio, my Papa Joe Casey. Gotta represent the fly, just for all my Haitians. As it's off, I say, man, you know what I'm saying? It's crazy. This beat got the whole room shaking. Every song that we do is amazing. This one right here is my favorite. I can feel it right now, cause I'm vibing. These good shoes on got me flying. I got the Cadillac flow, I be sliding. Every girl.
All right, so you know what's going on there, everybody, in Patreon. Now, we're going to do something special today. So in the spirit of tricking, in this Valentine's, in the spirit of tricking, we're going to give YouTube a free Patreon show, man. We're going to, I've been meaning to do this. You know, I wanted everybody to get their shit out the way first, so I let everybody do their shit first, because I knew a lot of people was going to talk about this Netflix special. I think it's still top 10 on Netflix, called The Tendless Swindler. This show is fucking up a lot of people's philosophies. It's messing up a lot of stuff these people been telling y'all. And this is why I started the free game show, because it was too much bullshit getting issued for free on YouTube. This is what you got to understand. Whenever somebody gives you something free, you are the customer. And it's one of the oldest tricks in the books to feed people misinformation, to put people in a fucked up position. And then when them people get in the fucked up position, then you charge those people for a better form of information to help them get out of the problem. It's something that the United States and a lot of countries been doing for years, man. This is why they purposely start wars. And the solution to the problem that they put in the atmosphere is, okay, let's go to war to solve this shit. They'll give you a problem and then they'll offer you a solution. The only problem I have with the manosphere and dating coaches is these guys put out misinformation that have y'all looking like goofies in the game. And then when you go and pay for the solution, they sell you fucking techniques. They sell you tactics. They don't help you with the fucking problem. That's why I threw my hat in the ring in 2019. I really didn't want to do this, man. Somebody close to me came to me and said, Professor Joe Casey, you need it in YouTube. So that's why I hopped my black ass on this shit, man. And I said, somebody got to come and actually put some real game out there. This Tender Swindler thing, everybody who been talking all this shit about LMS, it's going to be real hard for these cats to tap dance their way around. The only reason that these females was willing to get hustled, how they got hustled, was because the dude had LMS. You think these broke ass bras would have been taking out $40,000 loans, $400,000 loans, $250,000 loans, if it wasn't for a dude who they thought was a billionaire, if that dude had not showed them the billionaire lifestyle? You think if he would have been somebody like Professor Joe Casey, saying, hey, baby, man, I just need you to take $250,000 out just because I'm the Macking and I'm just giving you this good dick and you just need to break bread just because you need to break bread. No, man, them hoes, they paid for what they could see. They paid for what they could see. I always tell you guys, can't nobody tell you about Macking if they don't bring in LMS. You can't Mac without, it take money to get money. It take money. You want to Mac a rich bitch, you need to be able to put yourself in a vicinity where a rich woman be. Even if you want to Mac a poor bitch, you need to be able to show that poor woman that she's giving money to a man who doesn't need her money. That way, that woman will feel way more comfortable giving you that money because she think the money is going to come back on the back around, man. But we got to get into this shit, man, because this is some real good-ass game that was laced on the Tender Swindler. And y'all gonna have to excuse the background noises. You know, I got my son, so he right in the studio with me. I'm trying to keep his laptop a little bit low so you don't hear the shit in the background. This is why it's hard for me to do live streams and shit like that. Because, you know, Professor Joe Casey is a family man. This is another thing. This is another reason why I started the free game show. Because it's a lot of bull. Like I keep telling y'all, man, these niggas was actually telling y'all that being a father to your children was beta male fucking attributes. All of them. All of them was saying that. You name the nigga, and I tell you that nigga was saying that shit. Because so many people speak the same language on this YouTube shit. This is why shows like the Tender Swindler, people like Professor Joe Casey, you know, I'm not going to be embraced by the dating coach community. Just like the Tendler Swindler show is not going to be embraced, I want you guys to listen to these niggas after you listen to me and watch how all these guys go out of their way to say that the only reason these females got hustled was because of the LMS. The Tendler Swindler is a simple case of scammers who got scammed. Scammers who got scammed. The scammer had more game than the scammers he was scamming. I talk about this shit in my book, Trickology. My book, Trickology, came out in February 20th of 2021. This Tendler Swindler shit just came out. My book, go on Amazon, you're going to see my book, Trickology, my second book in the Playerism, 7 Levels of the Game, came out February 21st of 2021. And trust me, these dating coach niggas, they read my books. Because that's, if one thing everybody in the manosphere do, we read each other books. And we read each other books to make sure nobody is stealing our shit. And that's the only problem I got with some of these other cats, because some of these other cats didn't start talking how they was talking till after Professor Joe Casey put out this Playerism series. And that's why I had to put out the first 4 books so fast, because if you read Simpology, you pretty much know where I'm going with this series. You pretty much know I introduced all 6 levels and the 7th level being the master level in my first book. That's why I had to hurry up and drop the other 3, so can't nobody just come out and try to piggyback off of Simpology. Now you can't do that. I got the Playerism sold up. Anybody come out with anything anywhere remotely related to Playerism, man, this dude done put out 4 books already on that shit. I'm about to drop the Horrorism. I got that shit sold up. Now I can go on to my next series. When I drop my next series, I'm not even dropping them books one at a time. I'm dropping 4 books all at once. My next series of books is going to be a 4-book series of books. I'm dropping all 4 at the same time. I'm not finna rush myself, because I ain't even truthfully had a chance to go in and just re-edit my books to make sure my books was perfect. So you might see a couple of typos in these books, man. And that's all due to Professor Joe Casey having to rush them out. But I do think that the books with the typos, with the few typos, I think those books are going to be worth a lot of money in the future, because those are going to be the first print of books. When Professor Joe Casey would go mainstream, and you got the first set of books that had the little bit of typos in there, man, I think those books are going to be worth way more money than the books when Professor Joe Casey finally had a chance to relax and just go in and fix all that shit. So if you got them, man, hey, man, congratulations. Consider yourself lucky. But it goes back to this shit in the game, man, where I had to come in, man, because that's the main reason I named my show The Free Game Show, because the free game y'all was getting on YouTube was bullshit, and even worse, the shit y'all was paying for was bullshit. I want y'all to literally go back, and I want y'all to Google anybody talking on this shit and watch how they try to leave LMS out of the equation, because these dudes want you to think that you don't need LMS. These same dudes who spend money on jewelry when they go live, and they got these nice clothes. These same dudes who make sure they got their shit to the T. But they'll sit there and they'll tell you don't need LMS. They'll tell you that you don't need money. Because if you dealing with simps, you got to speak a simp language. Same thing if you selling the weight loss shit and you dealing with a fat, lazy motherfucker. You got to speak that fat person language. You got to tell that person you can help that person lose weight without the exercise. You got to tell anybody who's struggling and they don't want to do nothing to help themselves with their struggle, you got to sell these people the magic beans. The same shit they sold Jack and the magic bean stock. You got to know how to sell people magic beans. If you're trying to sell people game, you got to teach people, hey, man, all you need is a mouthpiece. The mouthpiece is for you fucking dummies. Only thing a mouthpiece can do is help you sell a dummy some magic beans. The key to a con is conversation. Let me say this shit again. I want you guys to catch this. The key, I'm going to say it slow for you dumb motherfuckers in the back of the classroom. The key to a con is conversation. The key to a con is conversation. But when you're trying to max somebody, you're going to need the LMS. You're going to need to have yourself situated. You're going to need to put somebody in a position where they're comfortable with being macked. Your boss who mack you out your paycheck, who pimp you out your paycheck, your boss had to put you in a work environment where you was comfortable tricking off your time for that paycheck. Your boss had to have the LMS to get you to want to work for him. This Tinless Swindler dude, he was dirty macking. I talk about that in my book, Mackology. I talk about dirty. Every level of the game got dirty to it. You got dirty simping, you got dirty tricking, you got dirty macking, you got dirty horrorism, and you got dirty pimping. This dude was dirty macking. This dude was the legend of the dirty macking. This dude was literally destroying these whole lifestyles with the way he was macking off on them. But his macking started off as tricking. I keep telling y'all, the biggest tricks in the game is the pimping. The pimping laid these hoes up, man. The pimping get these hoes a place to stay. The pimping get these hoes some clothes. The pimping, like, once a bitch, if you a struggling broad on the street and you hook up with a well-to-do pimping, you straight. Now you gonna have to work, but you was already working. You was working before you met the pimping. Your working just wasn't yielding no results. So now you finally meet a nigga who got his shit together and he put you up. So now that same pussy you was selling for $35 and you was still sleeping on people's couches, you don't got to sleep on people's couches no more. Now you got your own room. Now you got your own car. Now you got some nice clothes. But now you just part of the pimping stable now. But the pimping had to trick off on you. You're not just finna be selling your pussy for the pimping and still sleeping on people's couches and still wearing the same dusty clothes. The pimping got to offer you something first to get you to want to do that. That man came in the game. He came in the game as the tricking. He came in the game giving them females all the attention, all the loving that the same shit they tell y'all not to do with these hoes. And he was fucking hoes on the first night. The same shit that's why I try to tell y'all, man, you got to be careful what you listen to, man. You got to be careful. Ain't no such thing as ready-made answers in life. Ain't no such thing as ready-made answers in life. People are always saying that these bras were stupid. No, them bras, they got greedy. They weren't stupid. They got greedy. If a nigga want to take you on a private plane, if I would have been coaching them hoes and they would have said, hey, Professor Joe Casey, I got this dude. He just took me on a private jet. You know, he taking us. I just met him at a 5-star hotel. Dude was genius. He was genius. Like, you know them hoes were skeptical when they first met him. Oh, this dude talking about he the king of diamonds. No, this another clown. Hey, baby, come meet me at the 5-star hotel. This hotel, I know you want to come here, but we got $2,000 night rooms. Come meet me at the W. Come get fucked with your titties over the balcony. Some shit you fantasize about. Shit you ain't never have in your life. They came. He gave them that experience. They got what they were skeptical about. It wasn't no reason to be skeptical. You go to the goddamn 5-star hotel. You go to the W. You stand in the $10,000 suite. You getting fucked with your titty over the balcony, looking at the city lights. My nigga, you stuck. This the real deal. How the hell he afford this? How he afford this room? Then he take you on a private jet, $100,000 jet. This the real deal. He got the clothes. He got the money. This the real deal. Money ain't no option. Now, of course, he doing the illusion, but he doing everything that's vital to the title of the tricking at the time. So, if them bras would have been coached by Professor Joe Case, and they would have called me, and they would have been like, Professor, is this too good to be true? I'd have told them, ain't shit in the world too good to be true. Ain't nothing too good for nobody that's the Macking. Now, you just got to make sure this motherfucker is, true to what they say they is. You got to make sure before you end this night, you let this dude know about all your struggles. You let this dude know that, damn, I don't know if I should be here. That's the type of game I'm going to give a bitch. I don't know if I should be here. I got all this, I got all this debt going on. I got all this problem going on. You see if he really about that saving life. You see if he really about that saving life. You see if you can get this motherfucker to come off 20, 50 grand. He got you on the private jet. He showing you all this millionaire shit. You in $10,000 suite. You get this nigga to come up off that money. And then once he come up off that money, you dip the fuck out. You let him go trick off on another person. Unless he coming back with some more money. You see, if you want to give up 20 and he come back and he got another 20, okay, cool, ride it out. But now you might be like, Professor Joe Case, shouldn't a red flag went off from them bras' head? Shouldn't them bras been like, hey, man, why did this dude want me out of all the bitches he can get? Okay, look at Tiger Woods' wife. Wasn't she a goddamn waitress? Did she say, why did he want me? Or did she say, fuck that shit, this goddamn Tiger Woods, let me put the pussy on this simp-ass nigga and let me get this billionaire lifestyle? Man, garbage hoes get wiped up all the time. That's what simps do. That ain't no, it should be no red flag. You see a duck, you make a duck pull a truck, man. You see a duck, you make a duck pull a truck. Only difference between these hoes and all the other hoes in the world was these was one of the hoes that got finessed. The scam didn't work for them. But this bitch is every day that's getting money and marrying millionaire ducks, getting saved. That's part of the game. Part of the game for a woman is getting saved. This is why it's so hard for you average niggas. This is why there's so much frustration in the manosphere, because a lot of dudes is dealing with bitches who is waiting for simpings to come save them. A lot of dudes is dealing with bitches who's waiting for the tricking. And we got to keep this shit a buck, man. This is why a lot of these hoes is acting funky around you niggas, because your tricking ain't strong enough. You don't got enough game to get no money out of them. And you don't got enough game to stop her from trying to get money out of you. That's y'all dilemma. And ain't no mouthpiece gonna fix that. You don't got enough game to get no money out this bitch, and you don't got enough game to stop this bitch from getting money out of you. It ain't no fucking mouthpiece. Ain't shit you can say to this bitch that's gonna change the situation. You gotta change you. You gotta change how you come to the table. You gotta change what you offer. You gotta change what you provide. But man, hey, I can tell you, hey man, buy my books. I teach you how to talk to this bitch. I teach you how to say something that's gonna get this bitch pushed. I teach you how to hypnotize. I teach you how to hypnotize this bitch, man. Nah, man, the bitch gotta be hypnotized by your energy first. Before anything that come out your mouth influence a woman to do anything, it got to be your energy. I want you guys to pay attention to R. Kelly songs, man. Notice how R. Kelly don't just sing to any type of stupid ass beat, right? He makes sure the beat matches the shit that he trying to say in his song, because the beat provides a certain energy that's going to go with the lyrics that he's saying. The beat seduces before his words seduces. If the beat is fucked up, the beat is going to kill the whole vibe of the song. That's how Macking goes, man. That's how everything in life goes, man. If what you bring to the table is fucked up, don't matter what you say, bro. I really need y'all to understand this because I'm finna break this shit down real deep. But I want to make sure you guys can stomach what I'm about to say before I go any further. Because I'm finna fuck y'all head up. You're going to have to get your notebooks for this. I got a series called Mackology, man. I got a book called Mackology. I said series. I got a series called Playerism. You know, it's a 7-book series. 4 of them is already out. 4 books is 800 pages. None of them is talking about saying something to a bitch that's going to hypnotize or make a bitch do something. But every single one of my books is going to grant you clarity on the game. And once you get clarity on the game, once you become the essence and full embodiment of the game, everything you say will be game, bro. It won't be no such thing as fucking mouthpiece, bro. When you become the game, everything you say becomes the game. I could walk up to a bitch, man, and say, man, you know what, man, it's looking like 2 titties on a Thursday. She gonna laugh. She gonna look at me like I'm stupid. But goddamn, bro, how I said it. Goddamn, what I came with when I said it. How I presented myself when I said it. How I looked at her how I cut her deep with my eyeballs when I said it. How I looked through her soul when I said it. How I came with all this energy that overflooded her and made her self-conscious about her own appearance and did she have enough makeup on and all this goofy shit when I said it. Ain't no fucking mouthpiece. I'm not sitting here studying what to say to a bitch. I'm not going to somebody asking me how do I cold approach a bitch. But if I want to con the simp, then that's what I'll be doing. I'll be selling the simp that. I'll be telling the simp, hey man, I don't give a fuck that you look nerdy. I don't give a fuck that you ain't never learned how to speak the language of seduction. I don't give a fuck if you ain't working on your vocal tones. You ain't trying to change your speech patterns. I don't give a fuck if you ain't studying the masters of love at the time that you trying to holler at these bitches, that you ain't looking to see what these bitches, you ain't studying what they want. This is what a motherfucker on YouTube will tell you. It don't matter what a woman want. They'll tell you it don't matter what a woman like. They'll tell you that high interest mean that the bitch want to fuck on the first date, which that's not high interest. That's just easy access. It's a big difference between easy access and high interest. But these niggas don't teach you the game. Professor Joe Casey, I've been in situations where hoes didn't mind tricking off at first, and then they try to get their money on the bike end, and then when they come to get their money on the bike end, that's when they had to chuck the deuces. If them hoes had half a brain, they would have let that dude trick off. And as soon as he tried to get his money back on the bike end, look at, man, I don't give a fuck what type of enemies you got, what you got going on with you. Hey, man, I'm finna chuck the deuces to your Somalian prince ass, because I smell a scam going on. That's when you gotta sell the stock. You can make the money, but once that stock start going down, you gotta sell the goddamn stock. Them hoes game wasn't sharp as they mind, and that's why they end up getting scammed by a scammer. But if that dude didn't have that money, he wouldn't have got half as far as he got with them hoes. So now let's go ahead and go to the Patreon side of the game, and let's break this shit down, man. I hope to see y'all over there, man. I gave y'all a lot of free game today for Valentine's. I gave y'all a lot of free game today, but let's get this shit where we really need to break this shit down, and let's break this thing down all the way from A to Z on the Patreon. See you there. Y'all be cool on your stool, and happy Valentine's.